everybody. Happy 4th of July and welcome to the Real Review Hub Project 24 update. Today is our 1 year, 12-month anniversary since starting Project 24. And in today's review, we're going to actually take a look back at the entire first year, what we accomplished in our Project 24 sites, where we stand with both traffic and income, where we've missed the mark on some things. We'll look at some updates in Project 24 since when we first started. I'll share some of those with you because Jim and Ricky are always adding things to Project 24. And then I'm going to lay out a plan for the second 12 months of Project 24 to really hopefully scale up my sites as well. So that's what you can look forward to in this video. For those of you that are watching, please subscribe, like, hit the bell icon so you can get notified when I do these monthly updates. But let's get into it. So let me shrink this for you guys. So those of you guys have been following, you kind of understand the format already, but let's dive into our 12-month. Like I said, today is July 5th, so happy 4th of July again to everybody in the U.S. And for those of you that remember, we started this journey on July 5th, 2018. So here's just the payment receipt. Again, Project 24 is an initial payment and then it rebills every year. Here's my receipt just to prove that I, again, paid again for you guys because it's totally worth it. But again, we're going to go through a 1 year recap here, updates to the course, updates on traffic and income, and then month 12 progress of what I accomplished in the last 30 days, and then the plan for year 2. So here's the 1 year recap. So we started with our first site on 7/5/18. This is an entertainment education niche. It was a brand new domain. We basically worked the 60-step plan that Jim and Ricky lay out. I accomplished the 30 articles, which was 10 response posts, 10 staple, and 10 pillar posts. They're varying length, if you guys remember. Response posts are roughly 1,500 words, staple are roughly 2,500 words, and pillar posts are roughly 3,500 words. So those first 30 articles, I finished just about on time. It took me 3 months and 10 days, roughly, so I was about 10 days behind. I wrote all that content myself. Then, if you can see here, the next 8 months really had nothing really added, 3 articles on there. So it had just been sitting, right, as I worked on site number 2. The good news is, and we'll talk a little bit more about this, but last month I finally hired a writer for this first site to start adding site again, and since she's written 3 articles last month. So right now it has a total of 36 articles on site number 1. Site number 2 was started at 11/16/18. This was in the services niche. This was actually put on a 1-year-old domain that I had put on hosting, had no content on there. It was very, very thin content. So I started adding Project 24 articles, right, on 11/16. I wrote the first 12, then I hired a writer on Upwork. So since then, that writer has written, not a huge amount of articles, but 24. 3 were added in the past 30 days, and they were pillar posts, so 3,500 word articles. So both articles sit at exactly 36. Both sites sit at exactly 36 articles right now, because I know some people ask that. Site number 3 was a test site. It's more of a general review site, which is not what Jim and Ricky really recommend. First few articles I wrote, there's about 6 posts on here. 2 were Project 24 style. Those actually get a couple clicks, as you guys will see. And I will share a plan that I have for this third site at the end of this video. So that's where we are. So long story short, what did I accomplish? Well, I accomplished, following through, getting 2 sites up and running. That's one of the things I said early on in the Project 24 course. They really laid out the 60 steps in a way that really, for me, who's someone who always has shiny object syndrome, allowed me to follow through on that first site. Got me a good ways into the second site. Life and work and travel caught up. So the content, I finally bit the bullet and hired a writer for the second site. So overall, I'm very happy to have two sites with 36 articles on them. A third site, which was kind of a test site. Again, I think that was a little bit of that shiny object syndrome that I kind of got excited about and put up there, but never really did anything with. But I have the basis 12 months in of hopefully three income producing passive sites that can really scale up, and I have a plan for that, which I'll lay out at the end of this, towards the end of this video as well. So let's go into compare it to where we should be. So 12 months in, right? Total earned should be about $2,790. How Jim and Ricky laid out. In this month, we should have made about $1,175, 1,000 from the first site, with about 12,000 page views, and 175 from the second site with 2,500 page views. Now, those of you guys have been following along, you're going to see that the income has been trailing way behind. Made some strides there. I think you guys are going to be happy about that, and I'll share some of that in a bit. We were ahead in page views. As you can see here, we've been putting together, as you'll see, we were way ahead now. We're kind of tied to where it says, but that is also because we should have been adding more and more content beyond those 30 articles, and we never did. So that is something that when you guys, if you want to get involved in Project 24, follow it. Make sure you stick with the content regimen, and whatever traffic I'm going to show you here, I think you can really double, triple, maybe 4 times it, 10 times it, maybe even, if you actually were adding articles consistently and not just setting the initial 30 and never doing the content. So that is part of my plan for year 2 that I will share to make up for that gap. So here's where we are in Site 1. Site 1 had 11,447 page views, an average on page time of 419. So if you remember the chart, we were supposed to be right around 12,000 page views. So we're actually right around where we should be at this time. The funny thing is, we were at about 10,000 way early. So we scaled up way fast. And if you can see here, 64,000 page views we've had on this site. Now this site, for those of you that don't know much about Project 24, brand new domain, no link building whatsoever. That means no black hat, no gray hat, no white hat link building, which is what I love about Project 24. I haven't done any guest posting, hadn't reached out, to blogs to try to exchange links, haven't paid for any PBNs, anything like that. And you can see here, this is traffic. Again, with only 36 articles total. Really, it was the last 3 have been added in the last 30 days, so 33 articles. But this should just show you the potential. If you guys were, if this site had 100 articles on it, it probably would be, 4 times what it is now. So that's what I would suggest to all of you guys who are looking to start Project 24 or start a Project 24. Make sure you follow through with the content. Now, site number 2, which is month 9 of this site, right? In month 9, it had 7,066 page views. If you remember on the past chart, we were supposed to have about 2,500. So again, we are ahead, following the specific content strategy that they lay out and how to write an article. Again, this is where the gold is. And so far, we've had about 28,000 page views, okay, on site number 2. Now, site number 3 was, again, my test site that I wasn't really following Project 24. We had 576 page views. However, most of these on this day, if you can see here, I was, Jim and Ricky, one of the additions they give to Project 24 is they just launched a theme, which is going to be live, I think, for purchase soon. But they gave a beta version for free, and they're going to give free lifetime access to Project 24 members for it. And it's all based around site speed. So I put it on this site. This site on the speed test in Google was literally getting a 5. Okay, a 5 for both like mobile and sometimes lower and desktop. And when I put in their new theme, which is all just really streamlined for speed, I mean, I was hitting 90 plus on desktop and 60 to 80 on mobile. So huge increase in speed here. And then lifetime 3316. Probably most of that is bots, honestly. And then the spike where I was playing with this tester. But I do have a plan to make something of this site. Let's go into the income. So the income. So site 1, as you can see here, we've gone through this. Month 5, we made $72. Month 6, 0. Month 7, 973. Month 8, 897. Month 10, 60. Month 11, 1361. And then one thing I've done is change over to Ezoic ads. So I've added Ezoic ads to the site um, about 25 days ago, and hasn't really made that much of a difference on site number 1, but you will see a difference on site number 2. So in month 12, this site made $70.21. Okay, here's a breakdown. This was one purchase of a affiliate sale, $45 commission. Then you can see here 9 whole clicks on Amazon. I still haven't put together a good strategy to get Amazon clicks from this site yet. And then $1.27 was Google AdWords. And then here you can see here $23.63 from Ezoic, right? And right now this site is still not making all that great. Their earnings per thousand is still averaging 343. You'll see my other site is making way more. Now one of the Ezoic content strategists kind of reached out to me and said they're going to help me maybe optimize my sites, which would be great. So I'll let you know how that goes. I'll put an ad. I'll put a link for Ezoic if you guys want that for your ads too. It is an affiliate link. They give like I think a small commission for any people that sign up. You know, I don't know what it is, 3% of whatever those sites make or whatever. So I'll put that below. But they did accept us with not a crazy amount of traffic. So $70.21. Okay, from this site. Good thing is the page that got me this affiliate, these 4 clicks, is starting to get a trickle of traffic now. So hopefully that will keep up. So site number 2, which is in month 9 again. First month 3, it made its first $2.47. Then $2.88. Then $9.73. Month 6, $29.67. Month 7, $40. Month 8, $77.62, and then it continues its trend. This month it made $116.82. So this site I'm really excited about. It has been around 3 months less, has less traffic. However, you can see the 267 clicks to Amazon. It made $40.95 through Amazon. You can see here, and 12.36 conversion, which is really good. The problem is I'm selling really cheap items, so that's not anyone's fault but myself. But again, really good trend here. And then, and as Ezoic, you can see, made $61.16, and the earnings per thousand is up to $14.10. Now, if you can see the top of this chart, the last 5 or 6 days, it's been about around $21, $22, which is really good, which is accounting for this average. Now, one thing that they do say is that at the end of Q2, I guess, there's a lull in ad spend just across the industry, and then it ramps back up in Q4. So I'll be curious to see if that affects it in Q3. And it made another $14.71 from the ads it showed on AdSense. So $116.82 from this site in month 9. Some people had asked me how much your traffic is from Google Search Console. So again, this shows 40,000 clicks from site number 1 in the year that I've gotten from Google, and 18,000 clicks site number 2 from Google. Okay, I didn't bother counting up all the number 1 list keywords, but both sites have over 1,000 keywords that are ranking, and I would say both sites are probably, I don't know, maybe 50 to 100 plus that are on the first page of Google. Those are rough. I just again didn't want to count it or blur them all out for you guys, but hopefully that'll give you a sense of what comes from Google, because I haven't really followed the Pinterest or the YouTube course the way Project 24 lays out. That is another big thing that I would say if you guys do this, not only add content more consistently, but make sure you follow the YouTube and the Pinterest, and you probably, like I said, tenfold these results from what I'm seeing. So let's go into the plan for year 2. Year 2, I really wanted to keep it monetized. I have a bad habit of putting too many things. I wanted to have like 2 goals, but goal number 1 is content catch up, right? I want to have a consistent content plan for each site. I want to average a minimum of one new article per week for 52 weeks, right? And again, that's not a lot. Some people will say, oh, that's still not enough. Jim and Ricky would probably say you should have like two to three pieces, if you count YouTube videos and what have you. But I want at least one new article added to the site for 52 weeks. So my goal is to have both sites 1 and 2 have over 80 plus published articles by the end of the 24 months. And that would be more than double what it has now. So I think that would be pretty good. And then my goal number 2 is to convert site number 3 into a Project 24 style site. Now, so this is going to be a third site that I'm going to try to develop content with. So I want to have a goal of 50 plus published articles, Project 24, on this site. Then goal 3 is to monetize. I want to get one of the 3 sites above $1,000 a month, and the other 2 sites above $500 a month by the end of Project 24. I don't know if it's doable or not, but it's time to start getting serious and hopefully, develop these little seedlings of sites into something that can make some money. Now I know that's going to cost some money. So here's the plan. I have for site number 1. I hired my a writer. She's actually in the past month she's watched the training videos that Jim and Ricky lay out about how to write content. She also watched the brand plan course, and she created me a brand new hit list of about 40 or 50 new article ideas. So she's written 3 articles. I've published those articles. That's for site number 1. That site had been left, like I said, with no content for 9 months. So I'm really hoping that helps. Site number 2, I'm going to continue with my Upwork writer from the Philippines. She continues to write articles. She told me in July, when her children go back to school, she should be able to crank up the rate of articles. But right now she's on pillar articles, which are about 3,500 words. So I'm understanding her writing is good. So I'm going to continue with her. She only has about 7 articles left, 7 pillar articles on the original 30 article hit list that we made up for her. And then I'm going to have to figure out how to get her some fresh article ideas, especially since that site is really seems doing pretty good on advertising. So I want to maybe get that set up to, like I said, 80 articles by the end of the year. Site number 3, I'm going to convert it to Project 24. Now this is something brand new, but there are some people from Project 24 that opened up writing agencies. So I've actually commissioned 30 full articles around one topic from this one Project 24 centric writing company. They are creating for me a 60 article hit list around the topic I gave them. They're writing 10 response, 10 staple, 10 pillar posts. I just ordered it. It was $2,600. So I want to really be able to see if site can we jumpstart site number 3 with Project 24 style and get third site up there. That's and then you guys will be able to see like how much of a difference it made or doesn't make. So it was a big outlay. I'm paying the writers. I'm kind of looking at this as long game, guys. I want to create some assets, hopefully that even if they just make what we laid out there, $500 a month or $1,000 a month. I want to build these into something long term and not just keep dabbling with smaller sites. And that is what Jim and Ricky lay out now. So that's the plan. I will continue, and then my 4th goal is to continue to have these monthly review videos. So again, please subscribe if you like these videos. Hit the bell icon, like it, comment below. It makes me want to keep moving forward. The Project 24 thing, it really has helped as motivation. And then the only other thing I wanted to show you guys is I wanted to update you with some of the changes that they've made here on in Income School itself. So here is the courses you get with Project 24. It's changed a lot, as you can imagine, from when I signed up 12 months ago. Just renewed. But here's your 60 steps, okay? They've just built this. I haven't even gone through it, but it's profit through YouTube. I'm looking forward to going through this, guys. They just put this course in here. This search analysis has been redone. I went through it again. This is what I gave one of my writers to kind of create a full brand plan, topic ideas. It really will help you structure your site. picking profitable niches, no nonsense SEO, web traffic snowball, email marketing 101, which I'm going to actually be going through. And in site number one, that's one of the things that's actually been doing pretty good. I have about 400, under 400 people that are now, three something, that are now part of my email list that I haven't sent anything out yet. So had some issues with MailChimp, going to be switching to a different mail carrier and actually sending out some content. So hopefully that will help with that. I haven't gone through I think this myth busting is just old SEO things, rules that don't really apply. Hire and train writers. This is great. You can actually give this to your writers and train them to write your content. I've used this twice now. Um, so this has been hugely helpful. Photography, how to add photos. I haven't really played with that. This is where they review sites if you want to actually send your site in for them to give you kind of like a review of your site. How to speed up your writing, monetizing with ads, which is something they fairly added, and the success mindset is new. Okay, and then also, like I said, they're coming out with their brand new Acabado theme, which I installed on my third site, and really fast as they put it here. It's really all about the speed. Um, so we have the beta version. You do get that now for free if you're a Project 24 member, which is awesome. Also, the podcast here that they put out for us now has like 5 seasons. So there's a ton of content in there. They've been adding new content here. There's a vlog. So there's a lot of new stuff that I just wanted to point out to you guys. If you guys are interested, there is an affiliate link below. If you want to use that, if you decide you want to join up, much appreciated. I do get a small commission off of that. If not, I would still again recommend Project 24. As you can see, I've re-upped. The community is great. There's some people in the community here that are now hitting $1,000 a month. By the way, someone just posted. So there's people making way more money than I am. I just really kind of enjoy kind of sharing this long haul journey with you guys. So thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. And hopefully see you next month. So take care. Bye bye.